It was supposed to be an ordinary day at the park. Families enjoying the sun, kids laughing, and neighbors catching up. But then everything changed when a woman, later dubbed Karen, decided to take her frustration out on a family minding their own business. Her hurtful remarks and entitled behavior quickly drew attention, but what she didn't see coming was the twist that would turn the tables in a way no one expected. Stay tuned as this dramatic encounter unfolds, leading to a dose of instant karma that left everyone in the family. A young couple with their little daughter had just settled on a blanket near the playground. They were sharing snacks, laughing, and enjoying the peaceful afternoon. But Karen, seemingly triggered by their presence, marched over with an air of entitlement that could be felt from a mile away. She started making rude comments, questioning why they were there and accusing them of ruining the atmosphere. Other parkours noticed the escalating situation, unsure whether to intervene or just watch. The tension grew as Karen's voice grew louder, her words dripping with disdain. Then something unexpected happened that changed everything. Stunned, you won't want to miss this unforgettable moment. The couple tried to remain calm, politely asking Karen to leave them alone, but her outburst only intensified. People around the park started pulling out their phones, capturing the scene as it unfolded. The little girl clung to her mother, her wide eyes filled with confusion and fear. Karen, seemingly emboldened by the growing audience, accused the family of things that made no sense, her words becoming more nonsensical and harsh. A young man sitting nearby finally stood up, his expression a mix of disbelief and quiet determination. The crowd watched closely, sensing that this unexpected twist was about to shift everything. The young man approached calmly but firmly, addressing Karen in a way that silenced the murmurs of the growing crowd. He asked her why she was harassing the family, his tone controlled but filled with an edge of frustration. Karen, taken aback for a moment, shifted her focus to him, claiming she was just protecting the community. Her defensive words fell flat, especially as more witnesses started stepping forward, sharing what they had seen. Meanwhile, the couple quietly comforted their daughter, clearly shaken but staying composed. The energy in the park shifted as the crowd grew more involved, ready to hold Karen accountable for her actions. Karen's voice rose again, this time aimed at the young man, accusing him of meddling in things that don't concern him. Her words carried a sharp tone, but the crowd wasn't buying it anymore. People began calling her out, voicing their support for the family and sharing their disbelief at her behavior. Karen, now flustered but unwilling to back down, tried to dismiss the growing dissent. Suddenly, one of the bystanders, a woman who had been recording everything, spoke up, revealing she knew the family and that Karen's accusations were baseless. The crowd leaned in closer, tensions reaching a boiling point as Karen's confident facade began to crack. Just as Karen opened her mouth to defend herself, a voice called out from the edge of the crowd. It was an older man, one of the park regulars, who revealed he'd seen Karen earlier in a heated argument with another family. He explained that she had stormed off angrily after being asked to stop yelling at their children. The revelation sent murmurs through the crowd, and Karen's face turned red as the weight of the situation began to press down on her. But before anyone could process what was happening, the sound of a police siren broke through the air, adding a whole new layer of tension. As the police car pulled up, the crowd parted, leaving Karen standing awkwardly in the center. An officer stepped out and calmly asked what was going on. Before Karen could twist the narrative, multiple bystanders stepped forward, offering their videos and recounting the events. The officer listened carefully, his expression neutral but firm. When Karen tried to interrupt, he stopped her, asking her to wait her turn. Meanwhile, the family stayed quietly to the side, holding on to each other. Just when it seemed like Karen might talk her way out of it, One of the bystanders revealed she had already called the police earlier, on the wrong family. The officer, now aware of her repeated behavior, issued her a firm warning and asked her to leave the park. As Karen stormed off, the crowd cheered, and the family finally exhaled, grateful for the unexpected solidarity from strangers. As Karen disappeared from view, the park returned to its peaceful hum. The young man who had stepped in earlier checked on the family, offering kind words and reassurance. The mother smiled gratefully, thanking him and the others who had stood up for them. The little girl, sensing the calm, began to play again, her laughter breaking the tension that had hung in the air. The crowd slowly dispersed, but the moment lingered, a reminder of the power of standing together against unfairness. While the family packed up to leave, they exchanged warm smiles with strangers who had become unexpected allies.